Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy New Year's. I hope you guys actually having a wonderful New Year's, because today is actually like the first of New Year's, like January. I'm super actually excited, guys, and I hope you guys are having a great New Year. And like this New Year, new what if? This is a New Year special. What if issei had ultra ego? Now, yes, this. If you guys are wondering, like, yo, ultra, like you have way too many what if that you have not even had finished. Guys, this is pretty much right there. Like, I'm not like, okay, I know I have loads of what ifs that I need to get finished. Like, for one, Naruto Kaguya's daughter, like Kaguya's daughter. I don't need, like, literally that's only one or two parts, and then it's pretty much just finished. And then the next one right there, like, guys, like, it's like after when I have that one finished, because like I have tons of what if for you guys for this year, and like I know I should get rid of most of them finished. But yeah, don't worry, I'll get them finished. And for the Christmas one, I was supposed to upload a Christmas special what if on Christmas. I was actually thinking, like, should I do it on Christmas or New Year's? I was thinking, like, heck, I'll just do it on New Year's. And guys, it took me about like 10 tries to like fully make that what if that Christmas special what if. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it took me 10 tries. So you guys it will be out today or tomorrow. So yeah, either of them two. That's going to be a late Christmas special what if, guys. But as you guys actually see, what if issei had ultra ego? And without further ado, let's just get right into the video. We start our story as we actually like go to the hospital. We see a woman giving birth to actually her firstborn, as this is actually none other than Mitsuki Hyoto, and a bunch of nurses and doctors that actually was inside the room, and they were pretty much helping Mitsuki to give birth. Mitsuki was actually pretty much in pain, as she was actually just trying her best just to stay strong while she actually gave birth to her firstborn. As Goron was pretty much outside of the room, as he was just pretty much worried about his wife. She was in there for at least nearly about 6 hours now, as he was actually kind of getting worried. Oh God, what if something bad happened to her? What if something bad happened to the baby? He said, the thoughts that was actually going around his head. And pretty much about 30 minutes will pass. Pretty much nurse and a doctor would leave the room. As Goron would ask the doctor, my wife, is she okay? Just Goron would ask. Yeah, she's pretty much alright. A nurse is just pretty much taking care of her. Congratulations. The doctor would say. But Goron would just pretty much rush inside the room, as he would just see his wife on the bed just talking to the doctor while she actually has a clot, holding a clot around her, just around her arms. As Goron would rush to his wife's side, as he would say Mitsuki, are you pretty much alright? As Mitsuki would say I'm pretty much alright. This one was pretty much of a troublemaker one. As Goron would say can I see him? And she would just hand her baby to eat, to go on, and go on. As Goron, once he actually sees issei, he would see he would say wow. So, you're Issei Hyoto. I welcome you to this world and life. I'm so glad to be a father. Just he would say. And we pretty much have a time skip to where Issei is pretty much 5 years old. And we see Issei inside the park, as he's actually facing off he's facing down some actually group of people, while the group of people just had bruises and cuts and blood on their faces and their bodies, while Issei, he just had a little bit of a bruise and cut, as he just stands in front of in front of one girl who pretty much has orange hair, as a group of guys would say God, you are these little bitch. I can give you credit for this. You hit well there for kids your age. You know what? You better watch yourself. The next time you come back, we won't be actually alone. As the group of people will just walk away, as Issei will just go and spit out some blood. Some hypocrite bastards. As the girl would say Issei, are you alright? The girl would say, as Issei would just look behind him. Don't worry, Irina, I'm pretty much alright. But trust me, if anyone really picks on you, you just know really who to turn to. Which Irina said, like, yes, but you got hurt. She said, taking out right there like a cloth, wiping some of the like bruises and cuts that was actually on Issei's face, and a little bit of blood. To where Issei was like, I'm fine, Irina. You don't need to worry about me a lot. I can actually handle myself. She said, like, but still, I kind of feel kind of right there sorry that you always have to protect me, she says. But Issei would just put her hands on her like head, as he would just say like, nah, I actually love right there helping you out. And plus, there's nothing wrong with just being weak. It just shows right there like how precious you are really to me. To where, like, what? Irina would just pretty much just blush at this, as she would just look away. As Issei would say like, well, come on, let's go back to my house. My mom right there will be probably wondering where we actually are. As Issei and Irina will actually go to actually Issei's house. At the moment they got there, Issei would just open the door. He would say like, Mom, I'm home. As Issei's mom was actually inside the kitchen, and she was also not alone. As a woman right there with black hair and also violet eyes, and she was actually wearing right there pretty much over like what? A black right there like shirt. Also she was wearing right there some kind of like what? White skirt as well. This was actually none other than Irina, like what? Mrs. Shido, this Irina's mom. As Issei would say like, Issei, you're back. Just Irina's mom would say, Issei, what happened to you? Just Issei's mom just go to check right on Issei. You know, some guys were just picking on Irina, so you know how it actually went. I bet them up. You got into a fight again? Just Issei's mom would say, they were picking on Irina, and you know me, picking on women ain't cool. As Issei's dad was just pretty much laughing. that's my son for you right there. Always right there like a lady killer. Always love to protect women. To where right there like another person was also inside the room with him. This was Irina's dad, and he said like, yeah, you really love right there to actually defend the weak. There's nothing wrong in that. That shows how you're actually pretty much of a good person. Heck, if you keep this up right there, like Irina, I think you should just marry Issei. I mean, he will just always just keep on protecting you. To where Irina would just blush, as she would say like, no, we're just friends. Stop saying things like that. That's dumb. She said, just blushing. To where Issei's mom said like, well, you guys can actually pretty much right there clean yourself up. Dinner is pretty much ready, and plus, right there, this is actually pretty much over a special day. We're celebrating right there like what? The day that you're like, heck, Irina and their parents pretty much move. You're like, heck, Irina just pretty much had her head down. As Issei seen this, he would say like, yeah, sure thing, mom. Come on, just come on, Irina. Just Issei would say, as he would just drag just Irina to his room. The two of them was actually inside his room, which Issei was just actually sitting on his bed, which Irina was kind of really, she just had her head down while sitting on Issei's bed, which Issei, he would just look towards Irina. Are you alright, Irina? I don't want to move. I don't actually want to actually be separated from you, Issei. You're actually the most kindest and the most best friend I actually ever had. To where Issei would say like, don't worry, Irina. Like, it's not really goodbye. I mean, like, your dad pretty much has a new job in England. And plus, we'll meet each other again. I promise. Like, come on, let's just make this day right there the best day ever. I mean, heck, I can even ask right there, like, my mom right there if you can sleep over right there today, like, our last day. To where she's like, wait, really? To where Issei was like, yeah. And we actually changed the scenes to where we will actually go on to see like the Hiro family and also the Shiro eating right at dinner. As pretty much Issei acts right there like his parents if Irina can't sleep over, seeing that it's actually her last day. Which Irina's parents actually kind of right there agree, saying like, yeah, sure, I think it's actually pretty much be good. Seeing that it's your guys, like you guys won't see each other for like a long time. Does Irina's father will say, I think it's actually pretty much good. I mean, it's like what my husband said. You guys won't see each other for a long time. As Irina just got on excited about it, as Issei said like, all right, sleepover. As we pretty much are there just like change of scenes as Issei and Irina was pretty much finished sleeping right there on inside Issei's bed as Issei was just pretty much right there just sleeping while Irina was actually pretty much next to him as the two of them were just lying down next to each other. As Issei was actually trying to sleep, as Irina would just go right there and wake Issei up. Issei, you awake? So Issei was yeah, you can't sleep? Yeah, I just want to say, thanks for being my friend and all. To Issei was of course, I'm always right there happy right there to be friends with you. I mean, you're literally the coolest person I ever met. To where she was yeah, but also right there, I can't actually believe that I'm actually going away tomorrow. It's just only if I just wish I could stay here longer with you. She would just say, as Issei would say don't worry, we'll meet each other inside the future. It's not goodbye. I mean, our parents are always keeping in contact. And plus, I can probably one day go over to England to visit you. You will? To Issei would say yeah, if my parents actually pretty much allow it. As Irina would say wow, thanks Issei. But also as she just moved closer to him, as she would just hug him. As right there, Issei would just kind of feel red by this. He would start blushing a little bit. As Irina would say thanks for also being my first love. Just she said that last part whispering. To Issei would say what? To Irina would say no, nothing. As Issei would say okay, fine. And the two of them will actually go to sleep. As we pretty much fast forward all the way to the next day. As Irina's parents were just pretty much loading everything to the car, while as Irina was actually pretty much wearing a white dress with also a red bow on her hair. As Issei was actually saying goodbye to Irina, which Irina's parents was actually calling Irina for her to go. It's time for her to go. Which Irina will actually say goodbye to Issei's mom and dad as she would look towards Issei. As with all her courage, she would just go and kisses Issei on the lips, which surprised Irina's parents and also Issei's parents, leaving Issei just red-faced. As Irina would say so we'll meet each other again inside the future, she said. She would just put on her white hat, she would just go inside the car, just leaving Issei just there blushing, with Issei's mom was just basically just squealing and cheering oh my god, my little boy just got his first kiss, and it was no other than his childhood best friend. Which Issei's dad was just playing with him, he was saying looks like my son is basically a lady killer. You better watch out right now. You may have some other women inside the future. So Issei was saying, hey mom, dad, come on. And it's as Irina's parents, mom and dad just basically waved goodbye. As Irina's mom and dad just looked towards Issei, and they gave them Issei a grin. They basically gave him a thumbs up, which Issei was saying come on, it was just a friendly kiss. Which Issei's mom was saying don't worry dear, once you're old enough, you pretty much will actually get married, you have a kid, you have a wife, you give me grandbabies. She said just thinking right now all the possibilities. To where Issei just actually just sweat dropped oh my god, she's thinking way too far ahead into the future. And Irina's parents just pretty much just left. As right now as Issei, we pretty much have a time skip. As right now it's been pretty much right now about 2 months. And pretty much since Irina basically left. As right now Issei was just pretty much right there just pretty much 2 months. 2 months that actually passed. And Issei right now, he was just pretty much just walking home from school. As Issei, he just got himself into another fight for a person that's pretty much picking on a newbie today in school. As Issei just pretty much was actually walking home, he pretty much opened the door. The place was actually pretty much right there dark. As Issei was saying mom, dad, you home? To where right there Issei would just go into right there the living room, as he would see something that pretty much horrifies him. He will actually see right there his blood on the floor, as he would see right there Issei's right there mom and dad on the ground. As not just that, Issei we see right there like what? A tall person right there right in front of them. As Issei's mom would say like, Issei, get out of here! No! Leave! To where right there like the person like would just look towards Issei, the mysterious person. As the person would say like, huh. So I see, I finally located the Dragon Emperor. How interesting. The person would say with red hair and with red eyes and pointed ears that he had black hair. As Issei would just step back, he would say like, who are you? To where the person would just reveal his like 10 red black wings. My name is pretty much right there, none of your business. But let me just tell you, my name is Kokobio. And I'm here to actually finally kill you once and for all, Red Dragon Emperor. I don't want you to get in my way for my future plans. He says right there, rather like he just summons her life spear to where Issei's dad would just go right there and like, heck, he was just pretty much trying to tackle Kokobio to the ground, which Kokobio would just like quickly just turn around and he would stab Issei's father right inside the stomach. To where Mitsuki would say like, go on! As Issei right there would look towards Issei and like, no, Issei's father would just look towards Issei as he would say like, run! Just coughing out blood, like he would just fall towards the ground. And the ground would say like, pathetic. And he would just like ready another life spear and he was stuck it right there inside right there Issei's like father's head, killing him instantly. Mitsuki sees this and she was just pretty much in horror. And she sees Issei still there. As Issei just looked like scared. He was horrified what he saw. His dad just was pretty much killed in front of him. Mitsuki was looking towards Issei. As she would say, Issei, run, please. Don't stay here. He's after you for some reason. As right there, like just like a life spear would pretty much like was hit towards right there Mitsuki. Not killing her, but she would just pretty much launch back towards the wall. And Kokobio would say like, enough, you filthy human. It's time for you to die, brat. Rather like Issei, just Kokobio would just summon a life spear. Issei would just step back and he would fall onto the ground. And he would just see right there his dad's body. Dad? Mom? As right there, Issei would just right now see this terrifying person right in front of him. As right there, like Mitsuki would just get back up. Seeing right there her son is about to get killed, Kokobio would just go and throw the life spear towards Issei. But Mitsuki with just fast speed would just jump right in front of Issei, taking the life spear right into her chest, went right through her. To where Issei was just looking horror and shocked. And Mitsuki would just finally look towards Issei as tears just came down her eyes. Run, Issei, please, she says as she falls to the ground. Issei was now in shock. Mom, no, please don't. Just Issei would say as he would just actually just walk like crawl towards the dead like his dead mother. As Kokobio would say like, foolish human. I even spared them, but still they will have to give their life to someone like you. Seeing that there's no one actually here to actually save you, I can pretty much just end you right there, right here and now. Just Kokobio will say. Issei seeing this, seeing his parents is pretty much right there was actually dead on the floor, trying to they gave their life to save him. Mom, Dad, no. Issei right now was actually feeling right there something he never felt for a while now. Issei felt rage. He felt sad, he felt anger, he felt hatred. As Issei right there will start radiating right there some purple aura around him. And Issei says like, Mom, Dad, no, don't go, I need you. This Issei would say, just crying, as Kokobio would just start laughing. There's nothing you can do now, brat. Your parents are now dead, and soon you'll join them. But don't worry, I'll give you right that special one. I can't afford right there the red dragon interfering in my plans, so therefore you must die. As right there, Kokobio was ready a giant life spear, ready to annihilate not just Issei, but his whole house, completely destroying it. As right there, before Kokobio could even launch anything, Issei would just hear a voice. Do you want power? So Issei would just hear something. What? This Issei would say inside his head. Summon me and take my power. Right now if you want to live. Let me take control of you. To where Issei would just look as like a giant bright red light would just shine. As Issei's left hand was actually covered in a gauntlet. So he's awakened now. Looks like I have to kill you right now. To a Kokubei would just launch right at the light spear towards Issei. Where Issei would just look in shock. His eyes would just turn green. But also right there, a purple energy would start emitting from Issei because of the rage he was still feeling. And right there, a giant explosion was just actually was heard. As right there, the whole of Issei's house, and also right there, the neighbor's house next to him, was just completely destroyed. There was nothing but just a giant crater there. As right there, Kokubei would just look towards right there, like what? The destruction he actually just did. Looks like I finally did my job now. But Kokubei right there, like, was soon right there, like, what? Regret that, as just right there, he would just feel right there a punch coming towards right there, like what? His stomach. And Kokubei just coughed out just a amount of blood. What? And right there, Kokubei would just look down to see right there, like, a dragon armor just surrounded, just a dragon armor, the scale made. And Kokubei would say like, what? He already unlocked the balance breaker already? And right there, like, Issei's right there was just now just feeling rage. And right there, just a purple aura would just start surrounding, like, just him, while he has right there, like, his scale made on. And Issei right there was starting to emit some hatred. Really powerful hatred, destruction abilities, whatever. And the whole place just started to shake. The whole sky just turned dark. And right there, Issei was just in a demonic dragon voice. You shall die. As right there, Issei would just go right there, as he would just punch Kokubei right inside the face. As right there, Kokubei would just start flying all the way back to a Kokubei would say like, shit, he already awakened his balance breaker? I thought that was actually not possible. That's not even possible. He's a kid. As right there, just the moment right there that Issei hit Kokubei inside the face, Issei would actually soon collapse. The armor would soon dissipate. As right there, like what? Issei would fall to the ground. Huh. Looks like the kid ran out of energy. Guess it's my time to actually finally eliminate him. The Kokubei was just started to summon right there a giant spear right there of light. And right there, just in just a quick moment, somebody would just teleport right there, just right in front of Issei, and quickly just take Issei away, vanishing along. Which Kokubei was like, what? Impossible! As Kokubei would say like, how? Who's this person who interfered? I don't even know who this person is. But he took rid of the red dragon. This is not good. Whoever actually took him, that means right there the red dragon is actually still out there. God damn it. Should have killed him right there like super quickly. To where right there like, we pretty much just have a time skip. As right there, we actually change scenes and we see Issei pretty much in bed. As right there, Issei was actually just like on right there, kind of like a blue bed. As Issei was starting right there to open his eyes to see right there that he's actually inside like a white room. As Issei just started to look at his surroundings. Where am I? As Issei would say. Oh, I see you're pretty much awake. A mysterious person's voice would say. Issei would just look to his left slowly to see right there like a giant right there fat black person. This was none other than Mr. Popo. Issei said like, who are you? As to where right there, Mr. Popo would just go right there as he would put right there like a web towel on Issei's head. He would say like, my name is Mr. Popo. And pretty much right there, you actually are Kami's lookout. As Issei said like, Kami's lookout? I don't understand, as Issei said. Well, pretty much, Mr. Kami actually saved you right there from dying. So Issei says like, dying? What do you mean? Don't you not remember? You were attacked by a right there fallen angel. So Issei would just start remembering. And right there, Issei's eyes would just widen. Wait, Mom, Dad! Just Issei would say, just get out of bed. But as soon as he actually did that, Issei would just fall to his knees. my body. To a Mr. Popo will just carry, does he say, up. You need to rest. You're not properly healed. You took quite a of a blow, does Mr. Popo will say. But my mom, dad, I just need to go there. Like they're in trouble. Like, as right there, like, just a mysterious voice will say, like, so I see you're actually awake. As Issei will just look towards his right, he will see right there, like, a green man with just, like, a white, right there, like, what? Dress or whatever. As it pretty much has a symbol at the front. Also right there of a blue cape from behind. As he actually wears right there, like, what? He has, like a kind of, like, of a wooden stick. And the person can actually, like, what? Seems like he was actually, like, around right there, like, what? Kind of, like, young. Like, this is actually pretty much none other than Dende. But right there, he's pretty much kind of, like, old, but not really that old. He doesn't have wrinkles, but still. And it's right there, like, Issei will say, like, who are you? To where right there, like, the person will say, like, my name is Dende. I pretty much right there saved you right there from you dying. Hey, my parents, I need to go there. They're in trouble. My mom, she. I'm sorry to say this, but your mother is dead. What? No, you're lying. Just Issei will say, I'm sorry to say this, but your mother is dead. Also your father. When that explosion hit, everything was actually annihilated, including right there your house, their bodies. Even some of your neighbors was actually injured during that actually explosion. I'm sorry to say this, but your parents are actually dead. Issei was like, no, that's impossible. That guy, he took them away from him. Where is he? I'll find this guy and I'll kill him. Issei would say, calm down. You are not able to face off against someone like him. I mean, not with your power at least. I mean, it was surprising that you even awakened your even sacred gear at a young age. Sacred what? What are you even talking about? Let me out of this bed. I'm gonna find that guy who actually basically killed my parents. Issei would say as like what? As purple energy would start emitting from around Issei. As Dende seeing this, he would just right there just say like calm down. If you actually right there like if you actually don't calm down, your like divine energy right there will run loose. And pretty much right there you will end up probably right there like destroying yourself and also this area too. What are you talking about, divine energy? You're talking crazy. I need to go and check on my mom. You're lying. She's definitely right there alive. I know so. To where right there, Mr. Popo will say like, you gotta lie down, son. You took quite a beating. You need to actually rest. I'm sorry to say, but your mother is gone, including your father. To where Issei, tears would start flowing down his face. No, you're lying. You're lying. Then Issei would say he was just break down crying. I can't believe they're gone. Then Issei would say as tears would just start flowing down his face. As Dende would say like, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm really sorry. If only I got there quickly, that would have actually happened. What are you talking about? Then Issei would say crying. You see, I pretty much right there like teleported you here away quickly. I felt, you see, once you were actually born, I kinda like felt a change of power. You see, you possess something that's called God Ki. A really special type of that fact. You see, like, I was actually keeping an eye on you. You actually pretty much really have the power of a god. But also you also have something called a sacred gear. Listen, I'll give you the short story. You see, I was pretty much watching over you while you were actually little. And right there, keeping tabs on you so nothing can actually happen. As there was actually one time I pretty much right there was not looking at you. And a fallen angel was actually the name of Kokubio you saw. He was pretty much after you to kill you because of the sacred gear you have. With that, I saw this right there way too late. I pretty much right there came right there like super late. I saw right there how he actually slaughtered your parents, things like that. If only I was actually more quicker, I could have saved them. So Issei was like, why? What's that person really wanted with me? What sacred gear is he talking about? I don't know nothing. Swear, and they're like, what? And then they would say like, rest now. I'll tell you this right there later on, while you're actually fully rested. Mr. Popo, can you please keep an eye on him? Yes, right there, Dende. I'll keep an eye on him. And guys, that was pretty much right there the what if for today. This is what if Issei had ultra ego. And this was actually pretty much over like what? New Year special. So I hope you guys like this. If you guys want to see right there part 2 of this, let's get this video up to about like 100 likes. No, you know what? This is actually a new year. Let's change it up. Let's get this video up to about like 200 likes. And pretty much about like, let's say about like, yeah, just 200 likes. And if you guys want to see a part 2 of this, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace, and Happy New Year, guys.